Hello, all of you Vainglorious, you wonderful people, and welcome back to City Skylines, where we are taking a look at the new campus DLC as we're slowly wrapping up Astroneer. So we're going to alternate those. I think we've got about 3 more Astroneer videos left in the full series. There will still be other Astroneer videos, but the series is wrapping up as far as it being a regular weekly thing. Our little town of Unnamed right now, because I record a bunch of these all together, so I haven't had a chance yet to take your recommendations, is doing really well. At 9,500 people, we actually unlock trains, and that's why I'm waiting before I develop this, because I do want to get some industry out over this way. That's kind of why this train or this road goes over that there. I'm going to get industry just kind of like back in here, because we can do some forestry, we can do a little bit of farming in this area, and then like maybe down in this corner just regular industry. And then this will be like where the people live, and maybe this will be where we can get the other college. I don't know. We'll have to see. Um, but as far as the one that we have going right now, it's getting there. We're up to 396 students. So there we go. We just got our trains. So that is a nice thing to have. One of the things I didn't do this academic year was give them a grant. I don't know how late in the year are we. We're pretty late, so I'm not going to do it. I don't want to risk wasting the money. I don't know why the graphics, why the frame rate drops every time I bring up that menu. It's a little bit annoying. But we are going to start developing out this way. I kind of want to get, like I said, a train station in. How big is the train station? Because I want to be able to bypass it on the backside with railroad tracks, and then have a good like one-way road system that is dedicated to just that off of our big major road here. I think the big major road can handle all the traffic. I don't know just yet. So let's see, how big is our cargo terminal? It's not too big. So it would go roughly, it won't let me turn it because it's not connected to anything right now. I'm just trying to eyeball where I want this to go. And I think right about there. So I'm going to pause just for a second so I can go in here. I'm going to have to just place one because I don't get the ability to use railroad tracks for some silly reason. So I actually place it. And then we're going to try to guesstimate where the road needs to be, and we can adjust as we need. I think, honestly, just a regular one-way road would work. I don't want a 2-lane, but I don't have anything of one-way except the highway ramp. So I guess we'll use a highway ramp and just go with it that way. I'm going to create it on. This is just not wanting to snap to anything. Yeah, that's really my only choice for a single-lane one-way road, isn't it? Yep. Sure is. Oh well. I could always download one from the Steam Workshop. Should have decided I want one. Let's try to get you coming off at a 90 degree here. Off of here. Oh, I had it. Actually, let's make it right about that long. And come on, 90 degrees. 90 degrees. I keep... Okay, it's not going to do 90, so... See, that's what I thought. These don't do straight lines. That's annoying. Because they're highway ramps, so of course they don't. So, what I can do then, instead of the straight road, is this. We will do a curved one. So we'll bring it out about to there. And then this should let me do this section straight, yeah. And then we'll bring it back down to our road around here. First, I need to move this guy to up here. Come on. Why you know what to... Because that's a highway. That's why I won't attach. The best laid plans. Best made plans. Whatever. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to go a two-way road and hope that the traffic... No, we're not going to hope. We're just going to make it. We're going to force it. Because if you do a two-lane road, they'll turn against each other all the time. And not like... You know, betray one another, but like one will try to turn in this way while somebody else is trying to turn right. That's what I mean by turning against each other. So put you there. No, I don't like that. So What we're going to do now is use move it and redo our road and get this positioned where I want it. I should have just done that to begin with. Now we're going to bulldoze the whole road and redo it to get it to go right by our train station. So we will do a straight road right across like that. And then we'll bring it up off of here. Like right here. Yep, like that. And then we'll bring it back down rather quick here. Not that sharp though. Yeah, that's good. That works for me. And then straight in. I mean, it's funky, but it'll work. And then what I want to do is make sure I don't ever cause the rail lines to have issues. And to do that is real simple. You just kind of go about halfway off. Maybe with this other one, actually. Yeah, like this. So I'm wanting to get right around 135. It's close enough. And then bring a train line up like this. And then do the same thing on the other side. Which it's okay that they're not the same distance apart. I'm not that picky. And about 135 again. That is close enough. Let's get it out to 5 units, just so they look a little symmetrical, even though they're quite the distance away from the train. And then let me do a straight one out so I can see where I'm trying to connect to here. Right about there will be good, and then we'll curve this guy in. Actually, we'll use this curve. If I can remember how it works. There we go. And then you just connect this up. And it should connect in okay. Sometimes you have to fiddle with it to get it to work, but that's okay too. We'll bring you out. Will you connect up? See, that one will connect up fine. This one, not so much because the node is there. I could move that node, but meh. I'll just do this. This, and then what I'll do is bring all this out this way a little bit. Actually, I kind of like it being straighter like that, and then I can straighten this up. And now that doesn't look so hideous. This is going to be industry out here. This is off a major road, so I'm just going to go ahead and give them their own source of power instead of running a bunch of underlying power lines. I am going to bring water in from this side of town, though, right down my main road here. And for now, I'm just going to follow the main road just to get water to that. And we'll loop back around. Who knows what else we'll wind up putting there. So I was mentioning that, you know, we can do forestry because there's a bunch of forestry over there. We have a small forestry area over here, which just isn't growing because it doesn't have a whole lot of stuff. As we get more population, it'll get taken care of. But it's very small. I mean, it looks big, but there's not a lot happening here right now. So we can do a little more forestry. We can do a little bit of farming. I don't know where I would want the farming though. Maybe I guess up this corner. So I do have a tool that will just let me like paint in more. Should I decide? You know, like, I'm like, I'd really rather my farm go here. I can do that, which actually I'd really rather my farm go here, so I'm going to do that. Except it's not seeming to want to do it. Let me erase it. It won't go on those hills. Okay. So maybe farming has to go more down here. Okay, that's fine. And then a city area here with just different shaped blocks and hopefully well-designed roads that won't cause any major issues. Roads seem to be my issue in City Skylines, so I'm going to try to not screw it up too terribly. I'm going to unpause that just to see if any of my industries start using the train station. So you better not complain about not having power. You have your own power plant right across the road. So we'll let this run for just a minute and see if we get any cars or trucks coming out here to use this at all. Oh, as we're almost there. We're almost there. Like 71 more students and we'll have it. And we do indeed have trucks coming out here. Some of them actually came in this direction. Where are these guys coming from? They're from a whole different town. So they're coming to my town to export. But this one is actually bringing oil in. You're importing to the forestry? Ooh, that's not good. I definitely need to get some more forestry going then. You don't want these guys importing for those areas because they're going to start losing money. However, this place is exporting, so that's good. That's going to help our money situation as well. Speaking of, I never raised taxes on these guys. So let's do that. So we are bringing in the most money that the game will let us get away with without anybody complaining too much. We do have a bit of industrial demand, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get this forestry thing under control. And I think we'll go over here for forestry. Let me see what it says about the number of trees. Yeah, see, it actually... Excuse me, I have hiccups. It actually says over here is better, so that's fine. What I'll do is, we don't need a huge roadway system, I don't believe, for forestry. So I'm just going to run, like, this way off of this one, over toward the railroad tracks here. Let's go here. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll go straight from there and make a little bridge. So we'll start our bridge. Actually, let's do this. This will be easier. Is that tall enough to get over there? Nope. Now is it tall enough to get over there? Why don't you want to... Oh, it's because that thing's in the way. Yeah, no matter what I do, that thing's... Yeah, see, I'd have to go up really high for a bridge. I guess that's not too terribly high. Whoops, I went underground. Alright, so we'll just go up. Stay above ground right now. There we go, we'll do that, and then we'll bring it... Why do you think that's below ground, you stupid game? I do not like this tool. I had to download it. It's the Find Road Anarchy tool. And the stupid things that it thinks is above ground, below ground, all that just really annoy me. Because that's at 3 meters relative to sea level, which is just dumb that it now thinks I'm underground when clearly I am above ground. I don't know. I don't like the tool at all. Why are you not snapping off of this? Go from there. Oh, that's because I'm building a road, not train tracks. That would be why. I'm smart. And we'll bring you down like that. And then we're going to demolish this and redo it. Off of here. But as curve. Out to right there. And then we'll get a road system back here for forestry. And then we'll have another entrance and exit for forestry like off of over here. And then that could also maybe serve as some of our farming and bring a road across. I don't know if this is going to be a big enough road for it all, though. We'll see. So let's bring another bridge, like, here. And we'll go straight across the railroad tracks. Or straight in relation to the railroad tracks, I should say. 90 degree, 80, whatever it is. I don't know. Math numbers. And then down. Which apparently is underground again. But we all know that it's not. I don't know, it's just really odd that it does that. Don't like it. If I could get rid of the mod, I would. But then this overpass, or this exchange was made with it. It said it required it in order to make this work. I don't know how true that is, but I'd like to get rid of it because I do not like the mod at all. I know a lot of people do, but again, they're the detailers and I'm not. Why don't you not snap onto that right there? Fine, we'll do this. Like that. And then that looks terrible. That looks absolutely atrocious. Let's Turn on snapping here and just make this kind of a straight line out. And then there, that makes it a bit of a curve that I was wanting to begin with. All right, so we've got our 2 bridges out. So I just want to get some forestry roads. Let's stay with curvy stuff here. Oh, we got to move it on. Oops. And are you on the ground now? Nope, you're still above the ground. Or in the air. So let's fix this one while we're at it. Oops. I'm going to go this way. Get you on the ground so that you guys all know what we're doing. Now see, now it looks like it's below or denting into the ground. I don't like it. Do not like this monodon. I'm going to make a really big loop around here. And then we'll make some roads that go back in and all that. Don't like that intersection at all. So we'll fix it. That's better-ish. And then I'm going to have some forestry back here, but I want some small roads for that as well that just kind of come off here, not that reconnect anywhere. So if they can kind of make a big loop around if they desire. I don't know, it kind of looks like a very foul thing that I've done on accident there. Why do I always do that in these games? It's totally by accident. I did not do that on purpose. But it does look really foul. Okay, so my industry needs to be like right in through this area. Not as many trees as I originally thought, but that's okay. So I need to make an industrial area and right in through here. Actually, I'm going to make it out here as well so that we can place some of the manufacturing buildings. I can maybe grow some trees up in there as long as they don't cause weird, funky landscaping issues. Woodland land. Woodland land. Say it again. Woodland land. Yeah, whatever game. Yeah, massive, massive spike in industrial need, which means a lot of people moved in, and I don't have jobs for them. So that's okay. We'll get them their jobs. I wish I could keep this open while I was building a road, but you can't. So let's just get a road that kind of follows this a little bit. Right here like this for our first one. And then one that comes off like here and follows it around a little bit. Just a little bit. And then maybe like another one here that goes out and gives our little mushroom-shaped friend. Now I've just made a weird-looking alien. What am I doing with my life? And I want you to kind of swoop down into here with some extra space. We can put some of our manufacturing stuff in there. I don't know how well this road system is going to work. We may wind up shredding every last bit of that. But for now, we'll see how it works out. So, forestry main building can go like anywhere as long as it's in that area. So I'm just going to put it right here at the edge so I can hopefully get some power over to it fairly easily. Like that. And then it's probably going to need some water as well. It does. So I'm going to stick with roughly the same grid that I had earlier, which is pretty much just overlapping these guys. It's going to be perfect, but it'll be good enough for our purposes, won't it? Because we're not picky, are we? No. Remember, you don't make mistakes, you just make happy little accidents. So saith Bob Ross. All hail Bob. There we go. By the way, if you're on our Discord, I added the Bob Ross live stream voice chat so we can like hang out and watch Bob Ross together. So far, I have watched it with a couple people, and we had a ton of fun. If you've never been to a Bob Ross live stream, they're quite hilarious. Mainly because of the people that are in it. In the chat, they will keep you in absolute stitches. So we have a small sapling field, or we could do small tree plantation. I'm just going to go ahead and give us a few of these, just, and then like right next to it, like a couple of saplings. Because we definitely need to get some of our own raw resources going here. Because since we're importing, that means we are not making anywhere near enough raw resources. Fit one more there? I cannot. What I can do is probably get some more up here. Need more sapling, and then I want to see what they did to my landscape. Nothing. They blend in quite nicely. So we'll let that run for a minute. Woodland. How did it become woodland? The wood company? So good. We named it twice. Yeah, your total profit is currently absolute shit. Can I click you, please? Thank you. God, that just looks so foul. And forestry industry usually is a little bit away from town, so that's why I wanted it out that direction. Thought it'd be pretty good to have it there. What happened? A dorm burned down. This building needs to be searched for survivors before it can be rebuilt. Really? Guess what else I can do with it? That's great, because I'm sure that's really helping the beauty of my school. I really thought we were going to be safe from that type of thing. I clearly... Ding, 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 ding. Did we do it? I can't tell because everything else is in the way. Okay, we are now unrecognized still because we don't have enough academic works now. I think that is what's holding us back. Yeah, we need 2 academic works, so now that we know we're at the beginning of a year, I'm going to go ahead and give them a little bit of money, bump up funding just a little bit to get that to 50%. There we go. We can afford it, so it'll be all right, and now we're going to get that campus attractiveness back to where it needs to be. Actually, it is still at 200 even without. And we're at 683 students, so we're getting there to get to our next level, but I do want to replace the dormitory. Where's dormitory? Right there. Pop you back in just like that. Please, in the future, refrain from burning down. Thank you. Okay, so what I want to do is throw in some regular industry here. Apparently, we had another death wave. Do we have crematoriums yet? 15,000 people. Again, at 15,000 people. So let's throw in some regular industry while our forestry area over there decides to ramp up and do its thing. We'll throw in some right there, right there, right there. And then they're wanting some commercial as well. So let's do a little bit of a high-level commercial on this side. And then everything back here could be the lower level. And then do kind of just the opposite right here. Up to this statue, like, so there's like some big buildings right next to him. But then taller buildings on this side. That way on 3 sides he has large residential or commercial buildings around him. Man, we do have a lot of traffic coming in right here. Way I could solve this would be to get rid of this stoplight and have my cross traffic just give way. But then I think we'll wind up with a lot of traffic backed up on the side roads. So I'll probably just leave it for now. I mean, it does flow in. It's not like it's backed up to the highway or anything. It's just like right here at the entrance of town. If it gets worse, we'll address it. I mean, I knew when I built this city I was going to have to do something. That's kind of why I left myself some space here. The only thing it would have to move, I think, is the firehouse. I think the rest of these, yeah, they're just all businesses that we can displace if necessary. Apparently we had another death wave happen. Are both of our cemeteries full now? Oh, we don't have enough sewage treatment. I forgot that those new industries create a lot of poo. Well, a lot of industrial waste. I don't know that it's necessarily poo. So let's throw in, let's go ahead and do 2 out here. We've got the money and we've got the budget. So just build it so I don't have to worry about it for a while. Get those hooked up, make sure they're getting power. It looks like they instantly started pooing there. So yeah, isn't that a beautiful sight right there? And then our sewage treatment is good to go for now. How is our forestry industry coming along? What's up to a 2 already? When did that happen? which means he's saying he doesn't have enough buyers, but we're going to rectify that by coming in here and doing some of these processing areas with a sawmill. But again, you put these guys where new building these curves is going to be a mistake because now I can't put any buildings on it. You put these guys where there's not necessarily as many trees in the area. Because they have to be in the area, but they don't need the raw resource of them like the trees actually do. So we could probably do with some storage as well. So we'll see if we can't manage to get a little bit of storage in for you guys, and then same for you, and then maybe one for you as well. I don't really like the way the sawdust one looks. I think it looks stupid. And then I'm going to throw in a couple more. I was really hoping these would have unlocked already. The level 3, okay. So we'll just do our underground power lines to get those guys the power that they need. And then that should come up again. Every district we have, whether it be for industry, for university, whatever, as well as the name of the town. I'm waiting for your comments. I know I record these back to back to back to back, so it'll take a minute for us to catch up with each other. But I will be naming them off of my favorite comment. So if you want to name anything, so whether it be Woodland, or Fawn Woods for this one, or Sheffield College, or Birch Garden. What is Birch Garden? I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's right. I put a park in over here. And then I think I promptly forgot about it. It fills up this whole area. I did completely forgot about it. Man, that's a way I can make some money though. Let's work on this a little bit here. Totally forgot I had this thing. What have we unlocked here? I don't want to do like really big things. I was thinking since it's by the water, we could just do a couple piers here and there. Like that. Hey, I can instantly upgrade now with some gazebos, which I'd like to get in here without knocking down a house, but I'm not going to be able to, so we'll go over here. So we'll have to knock down a house over here, and then we'll throw another one in, like, right up here? Yeah. Actually, which one did I do? I did the orange roof one. We will do, maybe that's red, I don't know. So yeah, that one's definitely different. Okay. We'll throw you in right there. We do have the park info booth and all that. We don't have the giant chessboard because, well, as the name implies, it's huge. And it's going to take out some houses, but I think I'm okay. Oh, maybe I'm not okay with that. I am not okay with that. I mean, it's bad enough I've got that right there that I was hoping to hide with some trees or buildings around it. But it's not okay that that was that way. So this will take care of itself. I'm not sure why we didn't get a notification for that, but we should have done. I was really hoping we'd get through another academic year here so that we could get this upgraded. It looks like we're about 66%. So I'm going to let the game run for a minute, and then we'll catch up right at the end of the video with how we did to see if we can get from unrecognized to somebody mentioned you. We'll see. While we're waiting on the academic year to end, I just noticed I built my roundabout really, really dumb. It needs to be one way. Otherwise, well, it doesn't work as a roundabout. So that's a problem. No, I do have one-way tracks. Okay, good. Yeah, let's decrease that all down to just one way there. There we go. Now it works as a roundabout. I don't like that I have 3 lanes going into 2, so I may trim this road down back a little bit. In fact, I'm gonna do that. That way they do their lane switching and choosing and all that a little further back instead of right at the roundabout, causing weird traffic problems. So now both lanes can turn in. Only that lane can go straight. I think I would like that to be a little bit different though. But I think we're about at the end of our academic year. Oops, campus area info. As frame rate dies, there we go. It's almost done. So let's see if we got our second academic work. to enable us to have a better campus. And the year's over. It should be popping up. Ding, 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 ding. We lost some students, but we're still where we need to be. Our attractiveness came up, and we are now recognized, which unlocks cafeteria, a fountain, ooh, a gymnasium, and an outdoor study area. We got Colossal Code, a groundbreaking new programming language revolving around capital letters. Okay. And there was another token party. So we have some cool stuff that we can do. We can also look back 2 years ago when we had 700 students, or 3 years ago when we had that many, or you can go all the way back. And I think that's kind of cool that you can do all that. But in the next video, we'll take a look at all of that. Real quick, though, I do want to go into the traffic manager and fix these turn lanes. Okay, you're fine. That one's the one going straight. I want the outer lane only to be able to go right, but the inner lane can as well. And I want to do that on all these intersections here. So I'm just going to knock that out real fast here. That way they don't have to really pick a lane, but this also makes a dedicated turn lane up that way. So these guys can go on straight if they want, but they can also turn in if they want, which is the lane that the trans use, so it's kind of necessary. But that's going to do it. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.